How about now? Can you guys hear me now? Good. Oh my goodness, I was muted. Amateur hour over here tonight. As I was saying, for anyone who couldn't hear me, which is everyone, I welcome Jar Jar to the stream. I explained that we're going to be streaming some DSA first, and then we'll be taking a break around 8 o'clock-ish, so that I can help my wife get my daughter ready for bed, in which case we're going to raid someone else's stream, try to give other streamers some exposure here tonight, and then we'll take about a 15-minute break to do that, and then we'll come back, we'll do some Raid Shadow Legends for people who want to see that. But in the meantime tonight, we're just going to be touring around a couple different game modes, showing off some different Disney characters, and if there's anything you guys want to see, I'm happy to show you guys that. We're going to auto-win the rest of these because I don't want to do those level up ones. We can talk strategy if you guys want to talk strategy. We can talk about synergy between different characters. We can do a bunch of stuff. So And if there's something you guys want to see, like I said, please call it out in chat. I'm happy to do that. Someone's requesting energy. We're going to go ahead and be a pal. Do that. All the ones I don't have, which is half your roster. Yeah, we'll go through my roster quick. That's something we can do. We also want to make sure we hit our daily quests today. Claim that energy. So, characters that I'm working on right now. My strongest team roster and the roster I'm spending the most time with is my Frozen roster. I actually have a max 7-star Anna. I have a 5-star. All the other characters are 5 stars. Yes. So I'm slowly building them up. So one of the characters I'm farming is Sven, who I adore. Sven is really, really strong. He only has 2 active moves. His basic attack is a pretty high damage attack, but the more important thing is his damage is increased by 20% per helpful effect on the character, which is huge. Huge. And in addition, it's increased by another 10% per frozen teammate. So when you put him on the frozen team, he does so much damage. He also increases critical strike damage when he criticals on this attack. His second ability is Crunchy Carrot. It's a self-heal. He also has a 30% chance to gain a guaranteed crit for his next attack. And if Kristoff is an ally, the heal is actually a better heal, and Kristoff heals for the same amount, which is awesome since Kristoff is the tank for the group. So by healing Sven, you can also heal Kristoff, which is cool. Then Sven has 2 passives. The first passive is called Table Scraps. If a teammate loses a helpful effect, he has a chance of getting it, and if the teammate is Kristoff, it's guaranteed. So that's great because, again, his damage is driven by helpful effects, so he can gobble them up by other team members, and it also it makes it so that you don't have to worry so much about the team members who place random helpful effects, because if they don't place it on him, there's still a chance it cycles to him when it drops off. And then his final passive is Reindeers Are Better Than People. When another teammate performs a basic attack, he has a chance to assist. And if it's Kristoff, he's guaranteed to assist, which is great. And then when you level up that ability, there's a chance he also gains offense up for 2 turns, which offense up is great alone, but on top of it, it increases his damage because of his abilities. Sven is probably my favorite character in the game right now. Well, Sven is very farmable, and what's great is even if you don't have the rest of the Frozen team, which obviously now that the Elsa event is past, you're not going to be able to get Elsa until the event rolls around again.
She made you hot chocolate.
Oh, you made me hot chocolate. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, this is my daughter. If we want to get her into the window here on the stream for the first time, she's eating it. That's Sven! You know Sven. That's right. You love Disney.
Oh, look at your shirt!
And you're wearing a Frozen shirt.
Sven is angry.
Sven is angry.
Sure.
Sure.
But we watched Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and they make hot chocolate, and she insisted we make hot chocolate, and then she said it's for Disney.
Thank you. Anyway, guys, so even though you're not going to be able to get Elsa, you're not going to be able to complete the Frozen team until the next event. Oh, thank you, V-Roll. Yes, we made some adjustments. I love feedback from you guys. Welcome to the stream. So, as I was saying, even though you can't get Elsa and you can't complete the team yet, Sven and some of the other characters actually work really well on a Wilds team, which is cool. So, and we'll go through that a little bit later, like different ways you can use these characters, but Sven is totally farmable right now. He's farmable in 3C for Grand Campaign, which is not bad. We're going to go ahead and use all of our energy here to get some shards of him. Yes, my volume is much better now that I unmuted myself. Thank you, Jar Jar, for pointing out that I was utterly silent as my mouth was yapping. So we did some farming for Sven. I'm actually farming the Genie right now because I'm trying to use him for the Kingdom Tower, which we're going to do today. I'm going to try to challenge that. So we are working on the Genie a bit. I'm going to go ahead and auto-win his nodes over here, and that'll get me enough to star him up, which is nice. Oh, I don't have the gold to do it. Or maybe we'll have that a little later on today to get him up to the next rank. So that was a villains node. To do my daily, I need to also hit a heroes node. Usually I use looking for gear to focus on the hero nodes. So right now I'm trying to gear up Anna from 4 to 5. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We want to get these heart motes over here, and that is formable in Heroes campaign, so we're going to do that. Nice. And then a lot like Marvel Strike Force, how you can refresh your energy, it works the same way, and I usually will refresh at the 50 gem level at least a couple times. So we're going to go ahead and farm more of these. I like that you guys are chatting with each other, recognizing people who stop by frequently. That's awesome. And that'll get us enough materials to... Oh, it's just for the one, not for the other, huh? Let's see if we can get those other materials. Shara says she's got 27 shards to go for Negasonic in Marvel Strike Force. Good luck, Shara. I'm rooting for you. I'm hoping I get her too. And we've got one more 50 gem refresh that we'll use up, and that should be, it is what we need to get that next piece of Anna's gear. So we'll combine this, combine them both, then that'll increase her health by 160 and give her some more tenacity. Cool. All right. And, as I said, we now have the coins we need to increase the genie's star rank, which is nice. Have you guys gotten the genie? Do you use the genie? I really like Cosmic Power. Especially because it works with duplicate. So, duplicate, the ability on receiving a harmful effect, he summons a duplicate of himself that only has 20% of his current health and can only perform Cosmic Power. But the Cosmic Power stacks. So, Cosmic Power, deal up to... it's a relatively low amount of damage for what his level is. But he hits people twice, right? Which makes it more moderate. But then there's a 30% chance for the hits to chain. And each hit deals 50% more damage for each previous hit from Cosmic Power from any allied genie. So all those duplicates who can only Cosmic Power, it just keeps buffing his Cosmic Power. So if you can keep Genie alive, he can end up doing massive amounts of damage. Also, any allied genies actually assist him when the main genie uses Cosmic Power. Really cool. You're trying to get your 5th villain. Yeah, you need to get the 5th villain to do that. And of course, he's used in the Aladdin event that comes around to farm Jafar, who I was not able to unlock during the last event. I got 25 shards of him, but I'm hoping that by the next time it rolls around, I'll be able to get him. I also wasn't able to unlock Scar, unfortunately, in the last event. I'm still relatively new to the game. I've only been playing for a handful of weeks. So that's opening up. I haven't gotten any Sorcerer Stones yet. I am hoping to get them in one of these new events that have dropped. We're just gonna auto Playdate Peril and Sunnyside Skirmish. I actually can't do the next level of Sunnyside Skirmish because I don't have Chunk and Big Baby at 3 or more stars. So we're just gonna... Which stinks because I can't even get any more Lotso shards from this, but it is what it is. Can only do what you can do. However, the Incredibles event is around again, and I am hoping here Elastigirl at 3 or more stars. How many stars do I have Elastigirl at? I only have her at 2 stars. Is she farmable? She is farmable. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And we're gonna fight this node. Level 41. Okay. So this is the villains campaign. I only need one leader. I don't necessarily need him. So, I'm actually going to go with Oogie Boogie, because I prefer Oogie Boogie. We'll keep Mordu, and we'll keep the others. This is an acceptable team. We can go ahead and fight this out. And for spells, I do use Trigger a lot. I know that he's on the weaker end of spells, but I find that just having the additional target on the field does make a difference as far as who enemies will attack. The first enemy we want to take out of these mermaids, they end up doing a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. Present for Wendy. And then big damage from our Big Bad Wolf. I just love his damage output, especially against hero characters. It's crazy. You only have Hook from this team. Yeah, hang in there. You'll get good characters for sure. Gain taunt, yeah. So we want more due to taunt here. Get that defense down. Oh, I was hoping Oogie would beat him with that one. We'll have to use Hook, it's fine. And then Big Bad Wolf has a higher chance for critting against enemies that have less than 50% health. So Big Bad Wolf is all about critting very often and doing a lot of damage. He's a really useful character to have. He was one of the first ones I farmed, and I recommend him for a villains team 100%. He's one of my strongest villains, absolutely. And you can farm him pretty early. We're gonna go ahead and use Present for Wendy on the turtle. Another crit from Big Bad Wolf. He's on the farming guide. Yeah, he's attainable early, and he's just all around a really strong character. So it definitely makes sense to farm him. And then you can use him to get other characters. It's just a logical progression. I don't want to use up that guaranteed crit with Oogie Boogie because he's not going to do the damage he needs to do. I will, however, do it with Shen Yu. Bam! Big hits. I like it. Shan Yu is a really powerful Kingdom character. He's actually one of the recommended characters. This is... Oh, I can't hit him. This is Shan Yu. He's the villain from Mulan. I'll show you what ability I'm talking about. So again, Big Bad Wolf, we'll look at his in sheep's clothing ability here. Lots of damage, right? Almost 2,000 damage. And he restores health, which is great. Equals a 40% of the damage dealt, which is a really big thing. And then on top of it, just because of his passive, he does higher chance for crit against hero characters and enhanced damage against hero characters, which is great. We'll do Kaboom this turtle. There comes Trigger from Robin Hood. Nice crit from Shan Yu. Hook kills the turtle. And then we go into the third round. Okay, so Ariel's all around a problem, so I'm going to focus her first because her ultimate ability is a lot of damage. But these mermaids are also going to be a big problem, so I want to try to damage them all like I did with Oogie as quickly as possible. So again, yeah, a Heroic Grudge. Big Bad Wolf deals additional damage, 25% additional damage against hero characters. Big Bad Punch has the bonus chance to critical strike if the target's health is actually below 70%, which is even better. But it's guaranteed to critical strike if the target's health is below 50. Who do I want to punch against? Let's punch against Ariel. It's fine. Basic attack from Mordu. Those of you that don't know Mordu is from Brave. He's the villain from Brave. Alright, let's go ahead and drop offense down on that front line from Shan Yu. We have no choice but to attack one of the turtles because they're taunting. Nice hit from Hook, although he just took a beating. So this is Huff and Puff. This is another one of the Big Bad Wolf's abilities. There's a 40% chance to inflict defense down for 2 turns, which is great. It hits all enemies, which is great. It does good damage, and it's guaranteed to inflict the defense down if the opponents are heroes. Bam. Nice damage. Again, we don't have any choice but to attack the Taunter. Oh, nice follow-up attack from Oogie. So this is Shan Yu. Shan Yu has a passive that whenever he deals a critical strike, he reduces the target speed meter. He also has a leadership ability that gives his teammates bonus speed. His ultimate ability is awesome. He hits twice for big damage, and if he downs an opponent, he gets an extra turn. Then he has this front or back line. It's in a line, horizontal line, defense down, and he deals damage. And then his basic attack, he has a chance for chaining to an additional target. But we're going to go ahead and use his basic. It's all we have. Nice. We're going to taunt with Mordu. And that also, the taunts in this game deal damage, which is nice. So we also downed one of those mermaids we're worried about here. I'm going to use Trigger to attack Ariel because she's got the defense down. Just to increase that damage a little bit. But I'm going to throw Big Bad Wolf's basic into the back line because she was below 50% health. I wanted that guaranteed crit. We're going to hit Ariel for a lot of damage with Shan Yu. Nice. And she's dazed now, so we're going to go ahead and win this pretty handily. And that'll 3-star for us, so we can now farm that node for Elastigirl. Bam. That's what I like to see. Alright. Do have some more energy, so I'm going to refresh the attempts and farm that node again. Yeah, pass older. 2 away from her. So, let's go back to the event here. Okay. Where are we? Here we go. Alright, supers. Let's do this. So tonight we're going to do this, but by tomorrow I'll have enough Elastigirl shards that I can hit that next one. And I need to get Mr. Incredible so that I can do the next one. But this is a 10-day event, so starting tomorrow I'll be able to do a little more in that event, which is nice. So by next week, hopefully I'll be able to show you guys more too there. We'll claim we did our grand campaign and heroes and villains and elite stuff in the campaign. Alright. Finish villain stage 4. We're gonna get another shard of Maleficent. Okay, we're gonna go into our roster here to potentially level somebody up. Who do we want to go for? I've been trying to put a little towards everyone. I just got Simba, which is awesome. Simba's a great Wilds character. His leader ability is really cool. That teammates receive bonus maximum health when defending in Club Wars, which is the Club Conquest ability. I don't know why they call it Club Wars. In that ability, it's called Club Conquest. But in addition, his other passive is he gains bonus defense for every 2% defense for every 1% of missing health, which is great. I'm just trying to see. There's some characters that get extra wild stuff. It's not him. Yes, so like Baloo, his passive is that at the start of his turn he has a 15% chance to restore health to the teammate with the lowest health, and he grants continuous healing if the teammate is a wild character. So that's why I was saying like Sven works on a wilds team with characters like Baloo. What other wilds characters do we have? You can also use Mordu as a tank for that team. Mordu doesn't do great damage initially, but when he becomes empowered by his Ancient Rage, when his health drops below 40%, his abilities become significantly more powerful. It's like his base attack does 30% additional damage and performs a follow-up attack, which is crazy. Anyway. Oh yeah, we have to level up a character here. So usually if I'm not actually focus farming people at the moment, I typically just level up whoever the lowest level character is because it satisfies the daily quest and doesn't cost me that much in resources. So we're gonna put a level into Dr. Facilier from Princess and the Frog. He's a good character, and he's actually one of the characters that is suggested for the Tower of Endurance for the Oceanic and Kingdom characters, but I only recently got him, and I haven't had the resources to level him up, so been a bit of a slow burn with him, and I've been more focused on the limited time events, because I know I've got as much time as I need to focus on the other stuff. We're going to go ahead and open our packs from the store here, and if I'm going too fast for you guys, let me know. I'll slow down. Okay. Let's see. 24-hour chest. Madam Mim. 4-hour chest. That's just some extra material. That's fine. And of course, they've got all the bundles out right now. They were just running the Toy Story bundles. I mean, obviously they're still up because of the Sunnyside Playtime event, and then they're. I'm not gonna spend the money, but that's a little tempting to get Shere Khan. But now they're running the Incredibles event because of the Incredibles offers because of the Incredibles event. So we've got to do our Sorcerer's Tournament, we've got to do Tower Endurance, Arena PvP, and purchase items from the exchange. I'm going to go to the exchange first. Do you guys have a preference? Do you want to see Arena first? Do you want to see the Tower of Endurance? What do you want to see first? Have I not gotten their... Oh, you know what? I don't think I checked my mail. I didn't. Whoops. There we go. That's what I wanted. New pass holder tier, cool. Super's Collide, yes, I'm aware. And like I said, I've got 2 more days of VIP, and I don't think I'm actually going to renew it. Do those extra characters join you for all battles, or just that particular one? The extra characters. I'm not sure what you're asking. Content update. Frozen's been added to Grand Campaign. Cool. They've been added to the campaign chest. Fine. Alright, cool. Are you talking about the characters in my collection, or are you talking about something else? V-Roll wants to see Arena. Alright, we'll do Arena. PvP Arena. This is a live PvP game mode. So it's similar MSF, the new game mode they did, the draft battles. It's like that. The guy on the motorcycle and the bird. So the bird, once you summon the bird, his name's Trigger. Once you summon Trigger, Trigger stays in the battle for the rest of the battle. Duke Kaboom comes out when the spell is up, does his damage to people in an area, and the main target gets vulnerable, which means the next attack on them is guaranteed to crit. And then the spell goes on cooldown, and when the spell comes up again, you can use him again. But Trigger just stays in the battle once he comes in. It's like a character you can add to the battle. There's a few things like that. They're called spells, yeah. These two here. So spells are like extra characters. It's a little different from MSF in that way. So MSF, you just have your 5 characters and that's it. In DSA, you have your 5 characters and you have 2 spells. Some of the spells are just that. They're spells. So like this spell here, this like polyhedron dice, just gives your characters helpful effects. And I think it actually puts negative effects on the enemy character, if I'm not mistaken. Infinity-sided die. Grant 2 to 4 random helpful effects for 1 turn to random teammates. Inflict 2 to 4 harmful effects for 1 turn to random opponents. So that's just a spell. You use it, it goes off. Yeah, you're welcome. And then some of these summon extra characters and stuff. The one I have my eye on, that's like my number 1 thing I'm trying to get right now, involves this Tower of Endurance. You get Peter Pan's Shadow. Super great spell. Peter Pan's Shadow actually clones one of your heroes, and all they can use is their base attack, but you have another character on the field, which is great. So for example, you want to obviously pick a character that has a really strong basic attack. So a very popular option is Big Bad Wolf, that like a lot of arena people and stuff use, because his basic attack has the guaranteed crit chance if they're under 50% health, or a higher crit chance if they're under 70% health. Another character that's great to clone is Genie, because he can use that cosmic power basic that increases the cosmic power of all other genies that get summoned. So Peter Pan's Shadow is a great spell, and once I get it, I'm going to be running it all the time. But in order to get it, I got to beat the Tower of Endurance, and that's so hard. We're going to do that today for sure, but it's really, really tough because of the character restrictions, and they're not characters I typically use. And I'm also a little shy on the level, so it's hard for me to do it. But we're going to do our arena fight right now. So I've been thinking about running Mortal Potion. I just unlocked Mortal Potion. You do some damage to everybody. You purge helpful effects from the opponents, including invincibility if they have it. Is the hammer from a spell or character? Is the hammer from a spell? Are you talking about Fix-It Felix's hammer? Let me get out of here quick just to see what you're talking about. We'll go to our collection. We'll go to spells. You're talking about this, right? Fix-It Felix's hammer. That you can revive a dead teammate. Yeah, this is a spell. Where do you get that? Apparently it's very rare. You only get it from the premium spell pack or in the VIP exchange. The one I was just telling you guys about is Peter Pan's Shadow here. It has 30% of the target's health, offense, and defense, and can only do a basic. But you get it doing the Tower of Endurance 3. So I really want it. We'll see. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do an arena battle here. And I'm actually going to run Cauldron. Cauldron gives magic to teammates. Magic is it's like ability energy in MSF. It's what they use to use their special abilities beyond their basic. So it'll feed 1 energy every turn that it comes up on the turn. It'll feed 1 energy to a random ally. Alright, so I like to lead with the taunt, and I'll throw the effect on Sven just because, again, he does more damage with positive effects. And I'm actually going to target Aladdin first because I just don't like his kit. He's going to slow my characters and stuff, and I don't want that. Hades with that damage. Now again, this is live, so the opponent is picking their abilities in real time also. We're gonna put some damage on everyone also. Jasmine summoned Raja, so that's the tank for this team. In addition to the clown from Inside Out. I forget his name now. Well, hang in there, Kristoff. So we're going to go ahead and summon our little cauldron here. And I'm actually going to opt to use Anna's haste again to throw some more positive, helpful effects on Sven. And I'll heal him. So much damage. I'm gonna try to silence some of these people here. Alright, we're gonna use Duke Kaboom. See, and now he's got the vulnerable status. Continuous healing. What just happened? Oh, it didn't work right. The nice thing again is that you get the guaranteed assist from Sven on Kristoff's attack. So we'll wipe out Raja there. That little jump that Sven just did, he does that when he picks up an ability. So he actually picked up defense up from Kristoff. Damage to my back line. Anna healed the cauldron. Anna's passive ability, do the next right thing. When a teammate falls below 50%, the next right thing. She throws continuous healing on them. Ooh. Hang in there. Hang in there, Joan. Bam. We'll bring back Cauldron, because it's off cooldown. And normally I'd want to heal, but because I've got all these abilities on Sven, I'm going to blow Aladdin up. 4,000! Look at that crit. Elsa gets magic from the Cauldron. Her passive kicks in, that now she does follow-up attacks when she's empowered. Seems like my opponent's trying to figure out their next move. They sense they're on thin ice. The problem with trying to fight against... Oh man, that's it. That's gonna definitely win us the battle. So the nice.
Exercise.
We'll play a little bit, baby. We'll play in a little bit. A little bit. So the hard thing about fighting against the frozen team is if you make some wrong choices. Yes, you see your frozen friends? We'll summon Troll over here. The Troll is just that it's a summon character that gets either a basic attack that does a little bit of damage or a heal. So we're going to use it to heal.
Yes, baby, but Daddy's busy.
Yeah. Here, come sit on my lap.
I want you.
I know you want me. So the hard thing about picking into the Frozen team is that you don't necessarily know who you want to focus on to have optimal effects. But if you pick the wrong person, then you end up paying for it. Baby, I'll be with you in a little bit.
Come here, honey. Daddy's busy.
Sorry, guys. You're gonna hear the musical stylings of Cassandra.
Now I do it? I thought we were gonna play exercise.
Nice. And then we'll be able to easily take out Jasmine, which will get us a win here in the arena.
No! Over
Okay.
She's gonna be screaming, crying in the background, so I don't know what you're looking for.
Sorry about that, guys. So that will do our PvP arena match. Let's see. All right. Sorcerer's Tournament. Sorcerer's Tournament is sort of like arena for MSF in that people just put up a defense team and then you challenge the team, but they're not fighting against you in real time. So. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second, guys. I need to parent for a second. I'll be right back. You know what I'll do is in the meantime, I will focus on a character so you guys can see their abilities. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so let's take a look here. Sorcerer's Tournament is basically like Arena. People put up defense teams, and then you challenge those teams, but they're not actually there, so it's AI controlled. Right now, because of where I am, rank 67 in the Sorcerer's Tournament, most of the people I'm fighting against are a higher level than me, so I'm probably not going to win this, but I at least challenge once per day for the daily. I will use the Frozen Team. I'm going to go ahead and use the Cauldron here. And what time is it here? Okay, so I definitely want to get rid of the genie pretty early on because I'm worried about that ramping up damage. We're going to taunt with Kristoff. We'll throw that positive ability on Sven. We're going to go ahead and heal so that Kristoff heals also. Throw damage on everybody. We're gonna haste. Alright, and now Raja's up, so he's taunting. Alright, we'll peg Raja for a bunch of damage. Cauldron will hit the field. Bam. Alright, cool. So we got rid of their taunter. We're gonna Charm Genie. That's really Olaf's only good ability. Honestly, I find Olaf underwhelming, but his Charm is good. Because it'll buy us a turn of him not attacking us. Nice. We got rid of the other Genie. Not enough to finish him. We're gonna go after Shan Yu next, but I'm just gonna haste people. Nice. That assist from Sven is always awesome. We'll throw a continuous healing on Sven, because not only will it heal him, but it'll increase his damage. Nice empowered ultimate from Elsa. Do kaboom on Aladdin. We will leave the cauldron that we have up. Just save that other cauldron on cooldown. And that'll finish off Aladdin. From here on out, this actually should be a cakewalk. Even though they are a higher level than me, the synergy of the team just ended up being superior. Table scraps. Good assist from Sven. Love those assists. And then one more hit. Bam. And that's it. That's a win. That's a good win. 63, we'll take it. That's a decent position. We didn't actually get something in the exchange before because I was waiting to get my rewards, so we will pick something up now. I've been farming more Shan Yu, and Dr. Facilier. And again, you can farm Big Bad Wolf here additionally, which is nice. You don't have enough for any of that stuff. Jesse. Okay, Towers of Endurance. This is what I really wanted to help you guys see. There's also Club Dungeon, which we'll do if we have time, but this is what I wanted you to see. So I already finished. Tower of Endurance 1 and 2 was a cakewalk for me. 1 has no restrictions, 2 you needed downtown, that wasn't a problem. Kingdom and Oceanic is where I sort of hit a brick wall. The enemy levels get much higher, the restrictions get a little worse. Then eventually you need Downtown and Wilds, and then all affinities, whatever that means. I don't even know, because we're stuck here. But this is how you get Peter's Shadow, and that's what I want. So we're going to go ahead and restart, because we got as far as we could the other day. And once you lose characters, this is like... this is sort of like Blitz in a way, but... it's multiple rounds, and when you use a character, you can't use them again. Sort of like MSF War, but anyway. So here this node you've got to use Kingdom and Oceanic. You only need at least one Oceanic. So we're gonna set up our team. I've been using. I want to actually save Ariel and Hook for later. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw Tink as my. She counts as Oceanic. Good to know. Then we're going to use throwaway characters that I don't care about losing for this first node. So we'll use Sorcerer Mickey, and a bunch of other characters. But I will have to use Aladdin and Jasmine for this first node. Sort of like Dark... Yeah, it's like Dark Dimension. You're not wrong, Shara. It's sort of like Dark Dimension in MSF. That's actually a pretty good mark for a similar thing. So again, you want to focus on these mermaids first, because they do all the damage. We're going to go ahead and summon Raja so that we have taunt up. And again, this first node is easy. It ramps up pretty quickly. We'll go ahead and use Mickey's Stronger Special on her. They charmed Raja, but that's fine. Oh, he's taunting in the back line. Hate you. We'll hit him hard. And we'll throw a heal on Raja. Send some love to our tank there. Bam. Taunting turtles down. Zip over with Tink. Hit with Aladdin's Carpet. Now the nice thing is, unlike some games, these nodes you'll get your abilities back. The cooldowns won't be wonky. You don't have to manage the cooldowns for these. The only thing that persists is their health state. Is there an Ultron equivalent? Honestly, before Frozen, I would say Dash from The Incredibles was Ultron. He was like insane. Insane. His actual gameplay, he plays sort of like Yo-Yo from MSF. That he runs around and he hits a bunch of people and he's hard to hit, you know, because he's got like evasive and whatever. But Frozen came out as a strong contender against Incredibles. It used to be like everyone at the top echelon of Arena and now I can't remember the name of the other game mode. Arena and Sorcerer's Tournament were all using Incredibles, and now you're seeing a lot of Frozen and Incredibles and other stuff starting to come into the meta. This is also a relatively new game, so they're adding a lot of content pretty regularly because it is brand new, and they're deepening the roster in a big way. And it's Disney, so they have an impossibly deep roster to include if they want to. Alright, so the second one, again, we just need the one Oceanic character. The other restriction is Kingdom, and you're seeing the characters are all level 36. So that's not terrible. We'll do fine in this one. I'm going to go ahead and make a minor switch, though. We're going to change Yzma to Genie. Just to make sure we have the damage we need to push through this. Okay. So, we're going to hit everybody here and get that slow on her. We'll summon Raja for a taunt. Magic Carpet will put slow across the front line with some damage. Oof. So you see there's already a big difference in the damage output. Do we want a shield? We're going to zip. Bam, nice zip around. We'll drop Duke Kaboom. We are already seeing power creep, yes. That is correct, V-Raw. I mean, there's only so much you can call it power creep since it is so early in the game. It's sort of just like... What you're seeing is a meta developing, is what you're seeing, honestly. There wasn't really a super strong meta on release, but now that they're creating more of these synergistic teams and more characters are coming out, you're starting to see this meta developing. But power creep, you can see based on how they're doing things, power creep's already going to be a thing. It's sort of unavoidable, right? Because as players get complacent with the character choices they have, if you keep giving them the same choices, they start to complain that there's no variation in the game. So power creep is almost unavoidable. I think the mark of a good developer is someone who acknowledges that the power creep exists and tries to not rein it in, but recycle older characters, giving them updates and bringing them back into the meta periodically, so that it's this like turning wheel that moves over time, rather than, you know, it just becomes, if you don't have the newest best, all your other characters that you love become obsolete. That nobody wants to see. Alright, so at this point it's getting a little tougher. We're gonna swap Mickey for Shan Yu. We're gonna stick with Tink at the moment though. And this is the third node. Okay, so again, we want to try to take out those mermaids as quickly as possible. They are our primary danger here. We're going to hit that front line with a slow. We're going to start throwing cosmic power to start building that power up, even though it is his basic. Bam. Nice. Defense down across the board. I'm actually going to throw... I was just thinking the game is so new that it's a bit early to try to replace every character you've just leveled up with the new meta. I don't disagree, B-Roll. I think their big problem, I guess you could call it, is there wasn't enough attention to like full team synergies early on. So they've got a whole bunch of characters that you can't fill a full team with their whatever their thing is. So an example would be Nightmare Before Christmas, right? You've got Jack, you've got Sally, you've got Oogie Boogie. The end. So if you want to make a Nightmare Before Christmas team, which people love those characters, you have to include other characters, and it becomes a little harder to find a meta that works with those characters. So I think they should have paid more attention to making sure you had a full team, and they still would have had a deep enough picking pool of characters to then add to that team later on. But they were a little all over the place early, and now they're getting better. Now that the game's been around a while, they're getting better about saying, like, okay, we're going to add more choices that fill out these teams. Okay, so now is where it gets a little tougher. Now the restriction is you need 2 Oceanic characters. So at this point, I'm switching to my higher Oceanic characters. We've got Captain Hook and Ariel, right? The nice thing about this node, though, is it removes the kingdom requirement from this node, so you can use anyone else aside from that. So we're going to go ahead and throw in Sven. We're going to throw in Anna, but we're going to use Ariel's leader ability. And I think we're going to go with... We're going to go with Kristoff for our tank here. Now, mind you, that the highest I've gotten is the 5th node. So we're trying to push this tonight. We're going to see how far we can get. This is node 4. Maui. I don't know that I'll be able to take Maui out before he can become invincible, which is his thing, but I'm going to try. Invincibility is a temporary invincibility, but it's still a pain in the butt, is what it is. I also like that you can actually see the upcoming characters in the turn order, though. That is nice. So you know for sure who's doing what and when. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and taunt, and we're going to give that buff to Sven. We're going to hit Maui and purge his taunt. Not that we need to, because we're trying to focus on him a bit. Sven is going to heal and heal Kristoff in the process. Throw some damage on everybody with Anna. So the question is, do I do a troll or not? I will. We're going to summon the troll for that little extra bit of healing on Kristoff. Alright. We're going to throw... Captain Hook's ultimate ability is he throws that vulnerability on a target. I'm not a huge fan of that. I find it kind of underwhelming. We're going to go ahead and summon Trigger. Heal with Ariel. The nice thing about Vulnerable is it will actually make all 3 of Trigger's attacks crit, so that's cool. Nice big crit from Sven. We did not get the assist that I was hoping for, but that's fine. I still have some positive effects. As long as I have the nice crit. As long as I have the positive effects, I like to attack with Sven if I can. We'll get the auto... Oh, see? Now he's invincible now. Damn it, I wasted an attack. So in the meantime, we'll take out some of these little side guys. And again, the hard thing here is I'm also trying to manage people's health pools to make sure that they stick around past this node. We're going to go ahead and taunt. And again, we're going to give the buff to... Nice assist. Give the buff to Sven. We'll base attack with our little troll. Fire with trigger. And kill another little guy with Sven. Nice, we got the follow-up attack with him. I'm going to go ahead and throw Area's ultimate. Bam. Can actually summon another troll, who I will also use to heal Kristoff. Bam. Alright, Maui's no longer invincible. I'm going to hit him for big damage with Sven. Boom! Nice assist from Sven. Okay, so now we're moving into the node that previously stopped me. We're going to see how we do here. Again, you see that now we're talking about level 39 characters. I'm sitting at level 43 with my top, but it's a mixed bag. Some of them are lower. I'm going to try this same team. Yeah, I'm going to try the same team. It's almost time. We're going to be rating another streamer's stream very shortly. Let me just see and make sure that they're streaming. Oh, okay. Cool. Alright. Some technical difficulties got sorted out. That's good. We're going to go ahead and start by healing with Sven and heal Kristoff in the process. I'm going to try to take out these little coconut guys because they do decent damage as well. We'll taunt. My daughter's knocking on the door. She knows it's bath time. I'm going to have to come lend a hand a little bit. I just want to get through this node here. And then we're going to try to raid somebody's stream and take a little break, and then when I come back, we'll finish out this as far as we can, and we'll do Raid Shadow Legends. Trigger. Cool. And we're going to summon our Cauldron over here. I'm going to go for that guaranteed assist, because I really wanted that. Nice assist from Sven. I was not expecting that. That will help us immensely. See, having all those buffs makes a huge difference. Alright, so that's a victory. That's the farthest we've gotten so far. Really happy to see that. So here's what I'm going to do. I got to go give my daughter a bath, but we're going to raid someone else's stream for about 15 minutes. And when I get back, I'm going to continue here, get as far as I can, and then we'll switch over to Raid Shadow Legends. So why don't you guys hang out for a little bit in the chat. We're gonna jump over to someone else's stream here. Raid Channel. So, it looks like Paleo Nielsen, who's a member of the Paleo Gaming community, is playing League of Legends. We're going to jump into his raid. Like I said, hang around. I'll make a tweet when I'm going live again. But in the meantime, let's show him some support and enjoy his stream. Here we go. Start raid. This is the first time I'm doing this, by the way, so let me know if I did it right, please. Ready to raid. Tap to raid now.